Hey everybody, and welcome back to Psychology Geek. In today's video, we are talking about 12 traits of an empath, signs you are a highly sensitive person. Before we go straight into the video, please subscribe to this channel for more videos like this. With the 1/3 of the world's population made up of introverts, with introversions, the term sensitivity also gets highlighted. Being an empath is not bad. They are just highly sensitive people who feel everything deeply and also do a lot of overthinking. Just like introverts, empaths feel overwhelmed by loud noises and crowds. Although introverts and empaths share so many traits, but there are many other traits that make an empath. Now, let us begin and learn 12 interesting traits of an empath. Highly sensitive. Have people often told you that you're too deep? When you share your thoughts with them, you tend to feel things more deeply, more inclined towards more emotional in a situation. If you're highly sensitive, then that means that you're sensitive to many other types of energies and also react emotionally. But it's nothing like you cry over spilt milk, you just feel emotions deeply. There is nothing wrong in feeling more emotions, it's just in your nature. Let us take an example here. If someone tells you about their tragedy and how it was difficult for them to go through that, or share their feelings with you, there are more chances that you cry first. It is not a bad thing that you feel so much, it shows that you have the ability to go very deep and try to figure out the situation. Sometimes you put yourself in their shoes, just to feel what the other person is feeling. It is the sign that you care a lot about the people that matter. It also helps you stay open-minded and you can figure out the situation more quickly than others. Reading people. Being highly sensitive, or you can say that being an empath, can be great as you have a very deep sense of understanding people. You can also tell if the person is telling you the truth or lying. You become more observant of the subtle messages other people send through their body language, their way of talking, or even their expressions. Being an empath, you pay more attention to little details and notice everything, including both living and non-living things. You're prone to read between the lines. You notice everything because everything affects you strongly. Being highly sensitive, you can try to find meaning in every little thing. It can be an emotional burden on you. The research in 2009 found that empathy increases well-being time. Being empathic, your emotions have highs and lows as well. Empaths are actually more satisfied than the average person. It is because they find meaning in their living. They find meaning in everything, and it gets more interesting when it comes to reading the other person. More creative. Being an empath, you can be more creative, like painting or a musician. Introvert or an extrovert, it's totally up to your interest what you want to do. As we mentioned earlier, empathic people observe more and look at the little details of everything. You feel inspiration beyond. You like to do the things which people don't currently understand or are even interested in. Being highly sensitive, you like to do things on your own and being with your thoughts, and with that, you'll be able to think out of the box and do creative things. Peacemaker. Being a highly sensitive person, you can't stand disagreement. There are only two possibilities for this. If you're having a problem, you either solve it or you completely avoid it immediately. You always follow your instincts. You know that there is always a way out. Empaths are also more sensitive when it comes to violence on the media, like if there is a rape case or someone gets kidnapped and so on. This kind of news might affect you deeply. It might make you cry, or you can feel sick after seeing that. Even while watching horror movies or documentaries, these are not a cup of tea for you. You also get thrilled while watching horror or violent movies. You immediately turn off the movie as you cannot watch the whole thing. It might make you sick. Music taste. Empathy is related to how you emotionally respond to music, like music preferences or listening style. It is said that empath people love to listen to sad music. They pay more attention to the lyrics of the song. If you're highly sensitive and you are listening to sad songs, they might hit you at the core of your heart and can make you emotional, and there are chances that you might cry. And listening to that song over and over again. But yes, studies show that your music preferences are totally based on your emotional state. If you're too happy, you'll listen to more bold music. And if you're feeling low, you'll listen to soft music and want to be alone most of the time. You start enjoying your own company. Love nature more. Empath people are more attracted towards nature and nature-related things like animals and plants. All these things attract them more, then they try to connect with them. They treat their pets well, keep them like a family member. Whether you're feeling heavy or your thoughts and emotions are disturbing you, you tend to go and see nature and sit there quietly just to gather your thoughts and want to get rid of your negative emotions. You feel sad for animals who don't get proper care or food. You also feel for plants. You stop plucking flowers from the garden as you don't want to take its life. You're highly sensitive. You start seeing things differently. You look at nature more quietly. You don't want to get disturbed during that moment. Feel the vibe. Does this ever occur to you? When you go to a party or sit with a group of people and you instantly get a vibe from them? Vibe can be both negative vibe or positive vibe. If it is a positive vibe, you'll enjoy their company. You'll feel comfortable with them. And if it's a negative vibe, you won't feel comfortable. You don't want to deal with them. Vibe matters a lot when it comes to interaction with people. Empath people have this tendency to sense the vibe of others because they observe people more and might know what their intentions are. You tend to avoid the people who give you negative vibes. You don't feel comfortable around them. You avoid their company because you don't feel safe around them. But with the people who give you positive vibes, you get more comfortable with them and you enjoy talking to them. People share their stuff with you. Sensitive, empathic people are great listeners. People who are close to you feel comfortable whenever they talk to you. You're the first one they reach out to and look for support. Caring for someone more deeply, it can make it hard to tell people that you're overwhelmed. It is necessary to have balance because without boundaries, sensitivity can pave the way of emotional dumps that might burden you, and it might be hard for you to handle it. When it comes to manipulation or toxic behaviours, empaths are more vulnerable. Your earnest desire to help people in anguish can leave you unconscious of signs of toxicity. You may have a deeper understanding of the pain fueling their behaviour and want to offer support. But it's important to remember you can't do much for someone who isn't ready to change. These things might overwhelm you and can make you emotional. Prefer to work alone. When it comes to work, empath people love to work alone. They usually avoid working with other people because they are uncomfortable with people watching them work. They may even get uncomfortable when someone's watching them working out or watching them running. As studies show that these things reflect you and are also a getaway from overstimulating society or your environment. You start reaching your goals. However, people with high sensitivity may find it good playing with other people. It can be easier for them to play with other teams if they have a supportive environment. If you're encouraged by a nurturing family or friends, it will be easier for you to get comfortable with other people. Nurturing someone can make them feel safe and sound. They have big hearts. Empaths have big hearts. They try to release the pain of others, like a homeless person holding a cardboard "I'm hungry" sign at a busy intersection, a hurt child, a troubled friend. It's natural to want to reach out to these people and comfort their pain, but empaths don't stop there. Instead, they take it on abruptly and they're the one feeling exhausted or upset when they felt fine before. As an empath, you use many tricks to guard your sensitivities, such as brutal time management, making boundaries with people who are demanding, meditation to calm and center yourself, and going out into nature. You might find being an empath a gift, but first you need to learn to take care of yourself and your emotions. But when it comes to their own relationships, they feel things more deeply. Too much closeness can be problematic for an empath, so they may want to avoid relationships. Deep down, they are frightened of being overwhelmed and losing their identity. For empaths to be at ease in a relationship, the traditional example for being a couple must be redefined. Need more time alone. Most of the time, empaths attract people into their lives like a magnet because of their compassionate nature. But sometimes you get other people's emotional energies that exhausted you. You feel like someone sucks whole energy from your body and you feel so stressed. You just want to get away from that feeling and want to restart it all over to get yourself together and gain your sense of balance back. Spending time alone can also help you to be more creative and make you feel inspired. Daydream during conversation. People often come to you when they need to talk to someone because you're a good listener and you understand the situation more. But they are not good at small talk. You can't focus on them. Like 1 minute someone is talking to you, telling you about how their day went. The other minute you are daydreaming. You're thinking about something else. If something is boring or far from emotion, you tend to drift into your own little world and think about something else. You will zone out when the conversation is boring to you. If you find all these traits in you, then you're an empath. Take it as a gift and enjoy you being like this. Let us know if you have these traits in you. Thanks for watching.